Hello, I'm Dane Fredrickson, CEO of Digital Accomplice, and I wanted to spend a little time today talking about this idea of professional quality when it comes to video, like the one that we're doing right now. We all live now in this world where remote work and Zoom calls is just part of the norm, but I think we're missing an opportunity to create lots more content on a regular basis that's low lift and doesn't require a lot of lighting and fluff to make it really shiny and pretty. I just wanted to hop on without any preparation and just kind of talk about this issue because I got some perspective. I've got 30 years experience doing video production, but not a lot of experience being on camera. So that's part of why I'm doing this is to get a little more practice myself, drinking the Kool-Aid that I'm advocating for, which is basically don't worry about it. Just do more content and try and add value, grow the conversation. So that's what we're doing here. I got a few examples you'll see here of what other people are doing, and I thought I could just pull those up and show you some examples of what other people are doing and putting out there in the world that's professional quality. So, this is from a company called Playwire. Guy in his bedroom, she's against a wall, she's here in her living room or something. This is okay for them, right? This is what they're putting out there because I'm guessing the content they're talking about is important enough that it doesn't need to be all shiny. Contrast that with a little bit more polish with a guy from Midwest Games. So he's got a little bit more of like a traditional streamer Twitch style setup with some pretty spanky graphics, but he's just in a room there. Yeah, he's got headphones on and his shirt happens to match his branding here. So that's, it's a way to step it up if you feel like you need to. This guy from Roblox has got basically his office. He's got, looks like from a laptop, it's a low angle. He's got some sunlight coming in there on the side. Post-it notes behind him, give it a feeling of being in an office. Salesforce here, let's look at this one. So not a lot going on here as far as polish and, but they are presenting a PowerPoint deck here. So the information here is valuable enough that this just doesn't need to be much. So let's look at a couple others. One of my favorites here, Joe Pulizzi, I think I'm saying it right, and Robert Rose from HubSpot and Content Marketing Network. So they've got a little bit more polish. They got some lights in the background and a shelf, which may look familiar to some of you. Joe has got orange as his brand, so he's blasting that everywhere like he always does. I think that with the graphics here, that looks like it's a little more stepped up. So anyway, she's got just a door in the background, a shelf. For what we were talking about, I think it works. Here I've got the microphone. I think that kind of sends a message, whether people realize it or not. And then I've got some cameras in the background, some trust signals here with my daughters, so I look like a family guy. Right here, I think another example of background lighting, how that can really help make things pop. She's also got some really good lighting on her face and some practical lights here too, which kind of pop out. Then let's take a look. How about right here? Joe Redfern, a video game industry luminary on a podcast here, just in an office. Right? He's got the headphones, the microphone, it looks like. Contrast those two together, but they're both acceptable for what they're talking about. So I think maybe one of the big things I'm hoping to try and get across here is that we're comfortable being in these Zoom calls to a certain extent, but the idea like recording that and putting that out there can be the people that I'm talking to about doing this, they get scared. It's a little bit of stage fright, a little bit of idea of permanence that once you put this stuff out there, people are going to comment on it. You don't want to have a bad look and, you want to make a good impression. So I think I'm just trying to continue the conversation that maybe we're just too stuck in the past about thinking what is important. I saw a really cool live stream yesterday that was focused on the idea that the Google algorithm for SEO is now going to be more and more focused on this perspective-based content. The term infogain was used. As you're kind of growing the idea, the thought leadership around a topic, that's going to be more important for ranking. So I think that dovetails really nicely with the idea of just get stuff out there. This is Adobe. Obviously, they have a beautiful building there, and Adobe's going to do it right and put a little bit more time into it, but maybe they have to because of their brand. So anyway, that's just a few thoughts. I think just looking at these examples may give you some ideas about what you can do, the things that are going to feel right to you. I think everybody's really different on what's going to make sense. But, if you're an author like her and you're promoting a book, having that in the background, maybe not a bad idea. This one's an interesting one. LinkedIn. Check this out. This is the sort of like, I always think of it as sort of a rookie mistake to do this round table on like a couch because you're just sitting here looking at everybody's knees. But they did put some effort into it, right? It's got some polish to it. They got some flowers, bottles of water. They've taken the labels off so they don't get in trouble, I guess, or send the wrong message. But then this window right here is just sending kind of a weird vibe, and it does kind of have a sparse studio feel to it. Maybe that's what they want, but I don't know. It's an interesting example, but they certainly tried. And it's LinkedIn, of course. And here, this one, Cypher, who's a Cypher PK, he's a Twitch streamer. So he's obviously got the sort of more traditional Twitch setup with, lights and game stuff and his swag here in the background. But, maybe not as polished as some even more junior people. And, it doesn't quite have the splash of light that we have here. And it doesn't have the same light as here. But, he's a Twitch streamer. So it's all about him playing games and being interactive and just kind of being a gamer, which this obviously does. Anyway, so that's just a few thoughts for you. I hope that was valuable. If you want to talk about this stuff, maybe I can help you with your setup. Just reach out and let's talk. Okay, thanks.